we completed Sikh, or we do an Arhat. So what's the difference between a Sikh and an Arhat? Okay, and where it differs, how it differs, what he takes, what he doesn't take. So what we were talking earlier is that a Sikh sometimes get associated. Okay, not that he doesn't know what's the reality, but gets associated. Whereas uh, a person who is Asik, that is in terms of he has understood the panya, or he has got the panya wisdom, will not get associated with anything whatsoever. So we saw a Putujana, then we saw how the Arya Magga is, and then we saw the Sekha. Any questions on what we have covered? Because it was quite a while that we have not met on this subject.
Sikha has four categories. It's not there in the sutta, but you said we will cover up that Shotapanna and Sagdara.
Yes, that was one thing.
Yeah,
other than that, anybody having anything to ask regarding Majjhima Nikaya 1, Mulapariyaya Sutta? No questions?
If we try to correlate what we take last couple of days, we take all the foods, four types of foods. So all four foods are weak in the Pruthakjan. And Sikha will have a little bit understanding of food or something, or you cannot relate that to that, or it's a different story. We cannot just
No,
to
you
understand.
can. You can. Okay, so that's not an issue. We can. So here, not only Putujana, it is applicable even to a Sekha, that the four ahara are seen sometime, are not seen another time. And whenever he doesn't see it, he gets absorbed by that or taken by that. Now, in the case of the Sikh, as an anagami, he gets caught up in the rupa and arupa jhana. In the case of a Sakadagami, he gets caught up with, not only the possessive nature is gone, but he is thinking he should get nibbana. So the commonality between a anagami and a Sakadagami is they both are wanting to attain nibbana. That's a
Anagami and Sakadagami both
they both want to attain nibbana because they've already seen, so they want it. It's just like a child is seen let's say a toy, and then somebody has taken out the toy, so he's now searching for that toy because it was there. So he's frantically searching for that toy. So the difference. Go ahead.
But even the Pruthakjan who joins Buddha Dhamma just maybe suppose immediately, and he wants to go to attain the Nibbana, and he wants to come out of a suffering because of understanding that Buddha Dhamma is come out of suffering and it's a Nibbana. So everybody wants to go to there.
That's correct.
Not only,
this sutta, that's the reason he talks about that only. That ultimately, he says even Nibbana is not to be grasped. And hence the bhikkhus, they don't like what they hear from the Buddha. So they don't feel happy about that. Okay. So in the case of Sekha, the main focus is what? What's the main focus? I think you have forgotten from that
So
EN1
coming
suffering.
out of suffering or the first is I mean
Yes. So what Buddha teaches is coming out of contact. If there is a contact, there is a feeling. You can't cut the feeling without cutting the contact. Okay. No matter how much you try to do the other way around, it's not going to work. So it's like somebody trying to cut out the death while being born. Not possible. So no matter how much I believe I'm not going to die, it's going to be an eventuality. Not only as a human, from anywhere, from any existence, that's going off. So a seeker learns nothing is worth grasping onto. E dhammana alam abhinivesaya. There's nothing in this world, not no thing that can be grasped onto. He knows. So in the case of a Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, this is understood, but not experienced all the time. Let's take an example. So let's take Aryu, who had gone to San Diego with his son. So San Diego exists, number one. So when San Diego exists, there is either liking to San Diego or hating San Diego. There's only two things that can happen. There's nothing else which is happening because San Diego is a moha, right? A sekha can now try to remove that San Diego from the mind. So what he can do, he can get into the jhana quickly. So he doesn't feel San Diego any longer, but he's still in avidya because the craving for the arupa and rupa jhanas have not gone. So to escape from kama, he goes into the rupa jhana. In the case of Puttujana, he has nowhere to go except for kama. So what he does, he comes back to kama. Meaning, while being human or deva or whatever, the person is all the time searching for sensual pleasure. So when there is dukkha, the only respite he can get is to get some kind of sensual thing. Okay. And that's what Buddha says. An untaught worldling has nowhere to go except for coming back to sense, to the sensual thing. Let's say I went to San Diego, I did not like it, so I will make a solemn wish. Next time I'm not booking any flight to San Diego. I don't want to go there. It's horrible place. And the people cheat, so I don't want to go. So where will you like to go for vacation? He will say, I think I'll go to New York. That's better. Or I'll go to the Caribbean. I'll go here, I'll go there. So some stupid thing is going to make up because he wants to enjoy. Then somebody says to him that, why don't you have Indian food? Oh yes, I was thinking in my mind I should go to India. So then he books a flight ticket to India and comes to India to get the same pain. And let's say somebody wants to go to Leh and Ladakh, supposed to be the best place to visit, or to anywhere in the Himalayas, or trekking or hiking or mountaineering to the Everest. There are people who die just to make their Everest dream come true. And you know the amount of money they pay, 200,000 US dollars, not a small amount. It's huge. But they do it because of obsession. So a Puttujana doesn't mind to take so much of trouble, so much of effort to get into the pleasure of attaining the top of the mountain. There's nothing in there. He can hardly stay there for 10 minutes. And then the fear starts of getting down. In fact, the number of people who die on Everest are the people who, while coming down rather than going up, they die while coming down. They would have climbed the mountain without any issues, but they die while coming back. So that's the Puttujana. Now coming to the Sikh, same problem, but in a different approach. So this Sikh, as a Sotapanna, knows that it is futile attempt to go to the Everest, spend time, money, effort, and then the body aches and other things. Rather, why don't I look at it as a Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana, and then he gets the same bliss as he would have got while climbing Everest. So he doesn't have to climb Everest. It looks stupid to climb Everest or bungee jumping or go on the flight and then jump down from there just to get the thrill out. Why do we do it? Because you get a blissful effect out of it. And you want to repeat it, and there's no repetition. You can't get the same effect. So then you have to find something else. You have to find some other hobby which will give you the same thrill, and then the next one, and the next one, the next one. So the Sotapanna knows that it's a limitation. So and hence he's a Sekha. But he's still as obsessed as the Putujana because he wants to attain Nibbana. And that's the problem. It's not that he is having any other issues. He is doing this like a Mount Everest dream that I want to attain Nibbana. Like I want to climb the Everest. The same thing, right? What difference does it make? It makes no difference. So when he has understood the five aggregates, for that moment there is Nibbanic bliss. And now he is hooked onto that. He wants it again and again and again. He's gone something like a Putujjana. But Putujjana in the way of Buddha, not a Putujjana in the way of a normal Putujjana. Okay. So let's take the Sekha. In this case, the Sotapanna. He knows it is futile, but he just does it. To that extent, there's relief. But he has not given up on the Nama and Rupa, on Vijnana. So, Nama Rupa will get projected onto the Vijnana or on the consciousness. So, when it comes on the consciousness, there's a grabbing by the consciousness. So, when it grasps it, grabs it, holds it, it even holds Nibbana. So, there's no Nibbana. So what's the then difference between a Sakadagami and Anagami? Sakadagami and a Sotapanna. The Sakadagami has let go of the possession, the material possession, not the spiritual possession, material's possession. He has seen the drawback. There's nothing in there. So he lets go of his family in the mind. He lets go of the job in the mind. He lets go of everything in the mind. So he doesn't feel possessive. There's no possession. It's a most coolest feeling to have. It's not to possess anything. If he has it, he has it. Doesn't have it, he doesn't have it. But still has Kamachanda and Vyapada. To a limited extent, but yes, he still has it. Because even though he has let go of the possession, he still wants to enjoy it. So, still coming under Putujjana. Sorry, Sekha equivalent to Putujjana. In the Buddha teaching, the Buddha way of seeing it. Okay. So why it is like this? It's like this because there is grasping onto it. Now what he has done, he grasped onto two objects. One is meditation, getting into jhanas. Another one is sensual. If it gives an ice cream to him, he will enjoy the ice cream. But he doesn't possess the ice cream. So if somebody were to give him an ice cream, there's an enjoyment, Nandi, and Raga is there. Or if he goes on a holiday, there is an experience of holiday. All that is there. So, and hence he has one bhava left. innumerable jatis, fine, but one bhava. So whatever bhava he comes up with, let's say he becomes a deva, that's it, over. Now he gets out from there and then gets into an anagami stage and then done. So they get liberated upon landing. So there is a sutta where Buddha explains how beings are liberated upon landing. So he gets it. Yes, there you're on mute. No. Now I can't hear you for some reason.
Thing wrong with my microphone.
No, it's come.
Okay, now it's coming. Yeah, quick question, because I've heard in some places that they say Sakadagami, one of the bird has to be human, but that's not true.
Yeah,
One of the bhava.
Yeah, because there's only one bhava left. So let's say, so it's generally in Theravada, it's generally understood that he will not have a Deva realm, he will instead have a human realm because he needs to be a human. This is the Theravada way of doing it, which we don't know. So let's say whichever bhava come from, that's it. There ends the matter. But what you're saying is right. It should be human because that's what the Theravada books also says, that it should be human. Because without human bhava, how can he liberate? That would be another question which is sort of making sense. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense in that sense. In the human bhava, you can see the drawbacks of sensuality.
Exactly.
In Deva, he does not have that much opportunity.
Yes. So the difference between a Sotapanna and a Sakadagami is the Sotapanna is driven by sensuality, but sometimes he sees drawback. Most of the time he doesn't see drawback, but he has faith in Buddha Dhamma Sangha and he doesn't break the sila, and hence he can be born in a human realm, he can be born in a Deva realm, and keeps on doing that for 7 bhava. So there's no 8th bhava. So in 8 bhavas, he is liberated. Any questions from anyone? Any comments? Able to understand? Okay. Yes, Archana.
So, sir, 7 bhava means still it's a huge time, no?
Yes. Each bhava is whatever the time frame in that realm.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Any other question? Can't believe that everybody has understood it. Superb. Yes.
I wonder if it's appropriate to give an analogy like this. Let's say there's a black hole, and the Sotapanna is someone who's entered this whole field of the black hole, so he cannot escape the black hole. But the fall is still slow, so he's not perceiving it all the time. But Sakadagami forward, it's visible, very visible. He's coming closer to the black hole, so he always wants to get there faster. But the Sotapanna can sometimes forget about he being in this orbit. He can still get unmindful enough, so he kind of forgets about it. But not Sakadagami and onwards.
I don't think so. Most of the people can understand what's a black hole. So thing is like this. Better way, let's put in the Buddha way. There is emptiness in everything. Sometimes the Sotapanna sees the emptiness, but then takes something else to forget the emptiness. A Puttujana always tries to cover up the emptiness. Sakadagami knows the emptiness and hence he doesn't possess it. And Anagami sees the danger of emptiness or danger of filling it up because it's empty. But he's filling it up with Ruparaga. That's a problem. Yes, Shreyas.
So you mentioned that the Sakatagami, like let's say, given that ice cream analogy, right? He gets lost in the
No, he
taste
doesn't
of
get lost. He enjoys the taste.
so at that point, is his samadhi broken or it is
Obviously,
just right?
right. See, now you take an ice cream.
Hmm.
Let's take this beautiful example which I'm going to give, which is going to happen if the flight lands in a on time and I come out of the immigration and everything, and let's say the flight
Mhm.
lands at 5 p.m. in California time, and then I come out by 6:30 max, and then maybe Aryu takes me for a dinner, and let's say
Mhm.
we want to celebrate a birthday. So let's say
Okay.
what happens to a Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami in these three,
Okay.
and a Puttujana. Let's start with Puttujana. Best thing. A
Hmm.
Puttujana cannot wait
To land.
to land, to meet, to go. So then I would ask, can you send me which restaurant you would like to take me to? Then he sends me a list of restaurants which he wants me take me to, and then I ask him so many questions. It will be very hot, as spicy or this and that, and after that, what we shall do? After dinner,
Okay,
what
so
shall we
fully
do?
preparing.
After dinner, we are going to go home. Yeah, that's right, Aryu, but where else shall we go? Is where else in the night you want to go? So night is young, right? So can drive around and we do this, do that. So let's take Aryu and I are only friends. It's got nothing to do with Buddha Dhamma. So lot of planning is going on a daily basis. To an extent, I am already in San Francisco. So I see
Okay.
number of videos and I make myself aware of every road we are going to take, and then I go and see that Sleeper Avenue where his house is, and then I go on Google Earth and see his
Go to the
home from
street
there,
view.
take a screenshot of it and send it to him. Hey, you know what? I saw your house. So then while I'm there, I would like to go on bike. And then he says, look, Vilas, I have my son's bike and that's the only thing. We can take it on rent. Okay, fine. So then day one, we do this. Day two, we do this. Day three, we do this. Day four, we do this. It's an effort. Actually, it's an effort. It's just like you're not enjoying, you're just suffering in the name of enjoyment. That's Putujan. He's so doing so much of planning, so much, so much. Let's say I sit in the flight and there's a delay of 1 hour, being frustrated because my dinner program after landing in US is gone. So I asked that airline crew at least 10 times, why are we delayed? Now tell me, why are we delayed? So she gives me one stupid answer. No, we are refueling. Refueling now? You should have refueled earlier before we entered into the airline. So this is not a right thing to do. That's the reason I'll tell you not to book Air India again. It's horrible. I don't know why this stupid friend of mine couldn't understand why he should book Air India. Should have booked some other airline. So then I'll message Aryu on the from the flight. Flight is delayed by 1 hour. Aryu says, okay, no problem. I'll be at the airport. No, it's not being you be at airport. We can't go on dinner. Vilas, relax. It's fine. We will see as we get by. Let's say Aryu is a Sotapanna and I am a Puttujana. So Aryu is cool where I am literally getting boiled to the beans. Now somehow the pilot makes up that 1 hour, and we land at 5 p.m. California. I'm very happy. Wow. I congratulate the crew. I congratulate the pilot. They so nice. just convey my regards to the pilot. He just saved my day or evening or whatever that is. And I come out. And the immigration takes me 2 hours. That's its worst thing that could happen is in immigration. And they ask me a lot of questions. They grill me almost asking me why these many days, what vacation, where are you going, show me the itinerary, show me the return ticket, and who is your friend, how long you know him, etc. etc. I answer all of it. Sigh of relief, and I come down to take my baggage, and for God known reason, baggage is lost. And that's it. Hell has broken loose for me. And I shout on the airline, saying that, you stupid fellow, it's a direct flight. You couldn't put my bag? How will I wear? What will I wear? They say, don't worry, sir. The bag is going to come tomorrow. I don't care. Like a small child, I shout and do all kind of thing. And then the police in airport try to pacify me. And then the manager comes back and he says that, look, we can give you for today $200 to shut your mouth. $200? I forget all about the bag. Okay. Then I come out and you says, hey Vilas, why are you late? I say, look, these things happen. But I don't have any clothes to wear. And the airline has given me $200. You know what I'm going to do first? Forget the dinner. I'll go and buy. The bag is coming tomorrow morning. Actually, I could have just bought an underwear and one t-shirt and something and slept. But I would like to utilize $200. I will make you go around whichever place, Mountain View, for buying. And Ariu is thinking, "Hey, goodness, what a kind of friend I have." Even though he's a Sotapanna, he's getting worked up. You understand this? His patience has run out by now with this kind of friend. But he can't show it because he sees this emptiness of it. He just lets go, catches it. Let's go, catches it. Right? And then I say that, look, Ariu, take me to an Indian restaurant. He says, look, Vilas, let me tell you one thing. It's already 8 p.m. Now, this is winter season. 8 p.m., the Indian restaurants are not normally open. They close by 8 p.m. No, Aryu, we can go and find out. So Aryu is getting pissed off. Okay? But he can't do anything. He has called this friend. So we drive. We go 3 Indian restaurants. And Aryu now loses his cool. He had it. Now he says, Vilas, you want to eat or you don't want to eat? Tell me that. We'll go to McDonald's or Taco Bell or somewhere you eat. That's it. I say, you know what? I'm a vegetarian. I'm this. I give him some story. He says, not again. I'm going to call this guy. Anyway, having called, nothing he can do. This is a dialogue between a Puttujana and a Sotapanna. So the Sotapanna also has Raga, Dvesha, Moha, Kamachanda, Vyapada, all is there. Please understand. Not a Sotapanna doesn't have Kamachanda and Vyapada. Yes. He too wants to enjoy. He too will get heated up, worked up. But he will not do those 6 things which will take him to the apayas. That's it. He doesn't kill his mother, doesn't kill his father like that. But nothing to do with getting upset. Nothing to do with enjoying with family or outing or going here, going there. All of that is there. Yes, Aryu.
Does that mean that kill other human beings other than the father and mother may not lead to the apayas?
No, that is instant. That is, he'll get into the instant thing. That is anantarya papakam. So he will not kill anyone because he is not going to break the precepts anyway. Please understand. He doesn't break the precept. He is, so every time he get upset, he remembers the Buddha and the Dhamma and the Sangha, and he let it go. So to that extent, there is relief from the suffering. So he lets go of Vilas for time being. So he gives him a room and he says, Vilas, I think you're pretty tired. Why don't you go and sleep? And this Vilas, very irritating character, telling you. He comes every 10 minutes and says, Aryu, there is no hot water which is coming. Okay, hot water. Okay, let me get you hot water. Not for bathing. I actually wanted for drinking. Oh, you want hot water for drinking? Here it is. Aryu, one small thing. It's 10 p.m. now. So why don't we go for a walk? Aryu thinks they've gone mad. It's cold. No, I don't feel cold. I'm from the Himalayas, so I don't really terribly feel cold. I think it's fine. And Aryu says, look, I can't go out with you. Okay, but can I go out? It's like a small child asking one, two, three, four, like that. And that's the reason a Puttujana is like a bala, like a child. It's childish person, absolutely childish. And then next day morning, somehow he looks at a toy store like that. Hey, Apple Store. So what? A Sotapanna would think, what's special about a Apple Store? It's just a store. But Vilas will say, let's go inside. Vilas, you already have all kind of Apple product. Do you really want to go there? Yes, I want to go. And then he sees a bike. Harley Davidson, yeah. What is Harley Davidson? You see this fun. He has not grown. He says, my goodness, what a village fellow has come at my home. And that's Puttujana. You can see these people on the road. As I say this, next day, next time you just go on the road, you'll find all children going around like this. They see a shop, they stay there, they stare at the product, they do something, they ask, they try to steal it, they do a lot of things. And hence Buddha calls them as a Puttujana, like a child, don't know what to do, still not done with it. And then Aryu gets sick and tired of Vilas. Then he says, Vilas, can I tell you one thing? The way you are acting seems like you are causing not only injury to yourself, you are causing a lot of injury to me. Okay? You come on a holiday or a vacation. You not come here like going behind something, and you will never get it because everything is uncertain in life. And what I'm saying. And Vilas will start thinking, he says, makes sense. It's uncertain. And even if I get it, it goes away. So that Aryu says to Vilas that anything that is born will die. If you buy something that is going to die, are you not able to see this? Product will get discontinued. Can't you see that? And he has opened the Bodhi in Vilas. Now Vilas becomes slightly serious. From being a child, overnight he has become an adult. Because now he has seen the futility of what he was doing. The next day morning when Vilas wakes up, and then Aryu says, today I'm going to take you to this Orange County or this county or Sonora or wherever he wants to take. Yes, I'm not interested, Aryu. Or let's go on a beach. What's there on a beach, Aryu? Come on, don't be so depressed in life. No, Aryu, I'm not depressed. What you said yesterday made sense to me. Anything that is born will die. So this holiday is going to die. It's not going to be there. So I don't want anything. But what about the holiday you booked? What holiday? Whose holiday? So then, Aryu made Vilas a sotapan. But he will lose that after some time. Okay? He eats something, then the taste, what a flavor, man. And then he again comes back. Then again, there's enjoyment, again comes back. This is the story of a sotapan. From the eyes of Puttujana. So, as soon as he sits in the flight, he was making plans. While going back to Bangalore, Vilas doesn't plan. That's the difference. So when he arrives at his home, his family is shocked with this, to see the state of his affair. He's become totally matured. No interest. No interest of what? No interest in taking the same object again and again and again and again. Because he has seen the utility of that. No need. So he feels relieved. But yet, still not got it. Because there is manyana. He holds on to something and he lets it go. Then again there is manyana. So he considers, he holds it, he takes it. So this keeps on going on. Let's take example that Vilas as a Sotapanna and Aryu as a Sakadagami. Or shall we make somebody else? I think enough of Aryu. So we'll put Bobby, I think so. Hey Bobby, can you come on video if you can? I think otherwise Aryu will feel everything is towards me. So let me take somebody else.
You can tell whatever about me. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So now you see this story. I have never seen Brisbane in my life or Australia. Okay. So if it is a Puttujana, same problem. Like what I explained. What are you? Let's take Bobby as a Sakadagami and Vilas as a Sotapanna. And then we will reverse. Okay. We will see how this thing progresses. Right. So Bobby is a Sakadagami. He doesn't have any possessions in life. He's given a possession. And Vilas has all possessions as Sotapanna. So Bobby books him Singapore Airlines. He's happy. If he is a Puttujana, he will compare the prices between Qantas and Singapore Airlines and some other airlines and Cathay Pacific and this and that, and waste all his time and also waste the time of Bobby sending him details. I think this flight is good and that flight is good. I think this waiting period is 4 hours and that waiting period is only 2 hours, blah, blah, blah. So there's a direct flight from Bangalore to Sydney. So why don't I fly Qantas, and from Qantas, I can take another Qantas flight to Brisbane, let's say. But it's an expensive flight. And this child would have explained why he should be flying Qantas as a Sotapanna, as a Puttujana. Whereas Sakadagami, Sotapanna Vilas is accepting to whatever booking is done. but he's anxious. Anxious to meet, do what? Anxious to meet Bobby. Okay. Why? Because he still has that hold on to that Bobby. Okay. There's a possession. But he also feels that it's okay if I don't meet Bobby. But sometimes he feels he should meet Bobby. So it keeps on going like this. And Bobby sends him an itinerary saying that this is what we are going to do in Brisbane. And he's excited again. But he was not to be excited, right? But he will be excited because he has Kamachandra. He will be excited. He will also add what all he wants to see, but again loses interest. Just like, drunkard, he becomes sane and again becomes drunkard again. Like that. Is Sotapanna. The Sakadagami has no possession. So if Vilas were to ask, take him for a sightseeing tour, Bobby will do it. Otherwise, Bobby will not do anything. So if he goes with Vilas, he will still enjoy the sightseeing. What's the point? That's the difference between a Sotapanna and a Sakadagami. He will not do it himself. But if a time will come, he will enjoy it. Let's say a Sotapanna Vilas and a Sakadagami Bobby will go to a restaurant. Do they drink alcohol? And the answer is no. Do they consume beer? And the answer is no. Do they eye at women? And the answer is yes. Not much with Bobby, but more with Vilas. Do they sleep with other women? And the answer is no. Okay. Then, do they eat ice cream? Yes, absolutely. Beyond doubt. Do they enjoy ice cream? Yes. Do they remember ice cream? How it was? And the answer is yes, to certain extent or more extent in Sotapanna and a very less extent in Bobby. So let's say he takes me to, I don't know, Bobby, which is the best ice cream in Australia?
Baskin Robbins, I have not gone there, but I usually buy from the supermarket. But I think Baskin Robbins, that is what my children says.
Okay. I mean, is Erin or your children or somebody there at your home?
And no, I am outside.
You're outside. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
I'm with Sajal.
You're Sajal. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Enjoy.
Yeah, but maybe he can tell,
Well, I don't know.
Why Baskin Robbins is it?
Baskin Robbins and yogurt ice cream.
Yogurt ice cream.
Yogurt ice cream. Okay.
He buys a lot of ice cream for his daughter.
Okay. See, Baskin Robbins is also there in India. So, yeah. So let's take Baskin Robbins. And then, so the Sotapan Vilas with Sakadagami Bobby, they go to Baskin Robbins. Will they enjoy Baskin Robbins ice cream? And the answer is yes, 100%. 100%. But do they remember the flavor? Yes, in the case of Sotapanna, very less in the case of Sakadagami. He faintly remembers the flavor because he's not possessive of it. Not to an extent of letting it go. Okay, he has. And the shop where he went and the flavor what he had, he remembers. And Sotapanna Vilas wants to go there again. Bobby says that, hey, we can try somewhere else. Ice cream is an ice cream. No. That particular had a good one. So he still acts like a child sometimes. The Sotapanna. But Sakadagami is more mature. So he will try to put a thing. Vilas, if you possess this, and if you don't get that, isn't that a dukkha? Because the flavor can be changed. The last time ice cream what we had, you might not get the same flavor. There will be variation. What do you think? And then this fellow thinks, yes, there's no point. And then Bobby says, ice cream is an ice cream. It doesn't matter Baskin Robbins or yogurt or some other ice cream. Ice cream. What do you think? Yeah, makes sense. So why are you possessive of Baskin Robbins? Ah, got it. Then why are you possessive of wife? Because they're going to die anyway. As Baskin Robbins also will die. Because if their market is not doing well, they'll close Baskin Robbins. It's all driven by market, not that you like the flavor. What do you think? So by the time Vilas leaves Australia, he's turned a Sakadagami because his possession keeps on dropping off. So when he lands back in Bangalore, his mood and temperament, everything has changed. He doesn't get attached very soon to anything. So his wife feels odd that maybe my husband is not loving me anymore, and she suspects Bobby has poisoned his ear. Basically said, this is not the right wife for you. So he just withdraws from this. So there's a withdrawal effect. Okay, this is the Sakadagami and Sotapanna. We can now see the difference, exact differences. So there is Kamachanda, but very less. There is Vyapada, which is also very less. And hence Buddha also says reduced, meaning he doesn't get possessive. Sotapanna is highly possessive. And this Puttujana is completely possessive. He can't let go of it. Okay. Now let's take for a change. Let's take I being a Anagami and somebody being a Sotapanna or a Sakadagami Puttujana. Now there are two ways he can handle the situation in Anagami. First way, a direct way. He can cut off things because he doesn't have Kamachanda and Vyapada. It's simple thing. There's no enjoyment because there's no enjoyer. So he can cut it off. What is he enjoying? Nothing. Is there a flavor? So should you go there? Doesn't matter. Oh, that means you are not going on a holiday? Yeah, I'll go on a holiday, but there's no holiday. Because every day is a holiday for me. What's so special about a holiday? One nuts or what? Holiday is you go somewhere. He says, I don't have to go anywhere. I can have a holiday sitting at this. Because he is obsessed with jhana. There's no karma. You got the point. Here is the Ruparaga. Okay, it's pretty easy for him to let go of this because he doesn't have it. There is no sensual desire. So if you give him ice cream also, no problem. If you don't give him ice cream also, no problem. If you book him a ticket also, no problem. If you don't book him a ticket also, it's no problem. Because he can get all that of this fun in his mind all the time. Where a person has to struggle, he doesn't have to. Just
I was just thinking holiday originates from holy day, and this
holy.
man is always holy in his mind. So does not require holiday.
So I will use another word, vacation, which is what I told to in the consulate. I'm going on a vacation. I'm vacating it, right? There's nothing in there. For a anagami, there's nothing in there. There's nothing to be held. Yes, Shruti.
By this, do you mean that the life of Sakadagami and Anagami will always be so secure that he will not be uh, frightened or fear of the future living?
No, because
Will
there's
it
no
be
future.
always so? So, tomorrow, what will happen? Whether will I get to eat or not?
No.
There will be no thinking of that for that
No.
person if he
No.
becomes Sakadagami. Is it like
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Or will he go to the temple and eat and he will be that relieved?
Yeah, it's just about filling his stomach. That's it. He doesn't worry. And in
Worry for
fact,
the livelihood.
yeah, Shruti is like this. Your hunger also will come down.
But it will not go away at
That's
all.
okay.
Totally.
See, the flavor eating is gone. Eating is there. It doesn't matter what he eats, right?
Yeah.
See, one who cares about non-dying will think a lot. One who is already dead in Kamachanda doesn't think, doesn't have to think. Because if he dies, he's anyway dying every moment and going to the Rupa realm and enjoying his life. So it's all,
But
yes,
still they have an earn for the anagami stage. That
yes,
they have
they have a
the desire
different,
to go there.
no, they have a different craving. That's correct. They don't have sensual craving.
Uh,
Like what I'm going to do, Shruti, in another 20 days from today, by this time I would have packed all my bags and leaving to meet Ariu. Before I leave, I'm deleting Ariu, I'm deleting the flight, I'm deleting Bangalore, deleting San Francisco, and all related things. And that's it. Done. So I can be in the 8th jhana till I land in San Francisco. And just be there. When the lady says, "Welcome to San Francisco International Airport," and you open up your eyes, 16 hours gone.
you need some more control on the mind till you reach
Absolutely.
there.
Absolutely. See, it's always mind controlled, right? What else you want to control?
Mm.
You can't control others, but you can control your own mind. You can tame your mind rather than the mind taming you. So you tame the mind, and that's it.
And every moment you are conscious of the fact that whether you have that much control, you are every moment you are on that.
Yes, absolutely right. No doubt. So what I'm going to do, like I just now said, is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not traveling to San Francisco, to be honest. Even now, as I speak, there's no travel, there's no movement. The mind is not moving anywhere. It won't travel at all. It's already vacated San Francisco in the mind. It doesn't matter. Just close. That's it. Over. Done. So by the time somebody wakes this person up, he is in San Francisco, not interested in anything whatsoever. He didn't take a flight. He didn't sit there. He didn't do anything. Even though he went to the washroom, people could see him eating, but nothing he did. There's nothing done. So there's nothing taken. There was no possession. So there's nothing to be taken. There is no sensual enjoyment. So there's nothing to be enjoyed through the senses. Let's say I'm watching down and then it is going to fly via Japan. If a normal person would think, look at, he'll take a window seat and I want to see Mount Fuji. Ah, what wow, that volcanic rock, what wow will you find? That's the thing. Then from Japan, he is going to come down into the Pacific. In fact, 11 hours he is going to be on the Pacific out of 16 hours. That flight, Bangalore to San Francisco, goes on Pacific for 11 complete hours, flies on Pacific. And when it ends the Pacific, it's in San Francisco. If any normal person would have been just watching from his window, it flies over Pacific. How does it matter, Pacific or no Pacific? It's just water. Where is Pacific? It's just water. What else is Pacific? So what is there to see in the water? Nothing. What is Mount Fuji? A land or a volcano? It's just a rock. It's a volcanic rock. It keeps on bursting. So the fire is coming from inside. Just like the fire is coming from this body, the same fire is coming from that body. How different does it make? Nothing. Is there a sensual enjoyment then? No. But that doesn't mean that he's not going to buy something and eat or wear or whatever it is. That's immaterial. It doesn't matter. So anagami doesn't have any sense of lust. Whereas a sakadagami has little amount of lust. A sotapanna has lust. So this puttujana also has lust. This is the difference in the sekka. We again stuck on the sekka. Good to stick to the sekka to understand sekka better. So if I were to cut off like this is a anagami. If I didn't have to put this much of effort, is an arhat. You got the point. There's nothing to be done. All that to be done, laid the burden. Everything is over. Awakened. So the anagami has to do something. Whereas arhat, yes,
Yes, this arahat will only put on the burden temporarily, let's say, to help one other person.
so what he does is he creates it and enjoys the creation. So the difference between an anagami and an arhat are the same. They both are the same as far as the sensuality goes. There's absolutely no difference. But anagami is hooked on to being into the rupa and arupa jhana and on the Buddha teaching. He has a possession on Buddha teaching. He can't let go of it because it's working for him. So he holds on to that, doesn't let it go. So Buddha asks all the time, will you hold it or leave the raft? That's thing which has not happened. And he loves to be in jhana. And there is mana because he measures everyone on his ability to enter into jhana. his ability of getting Buddha Dhamma. That's still a better. And there is restlessness to become an arhat. And hence there is avijja. So, as far as sensuality goes, you will find no difference between an arhat and an anagami. Absolutely no difference. Both are same. They both don't enjoy senses. Yes.
Yeah, I think you mentioned once that the anagami he has to create an object in his
Yes,
mind. He creates
absolutely. Both do the same thing.
yeah,
Both
but then
the same
he
thing.
gets slightly forgetful and let it run for extend a little bit more before he remembers again and he cuts it.
Exactly.
Otherwise,
Now, when we go to a park, I have to create the park, and I might just for the fun of it keep it and then destroy. Just like you put on a candle or what we can say wax candles, okay, and then you keep it for some time. It joy. So he'll create sensuality, and they both are the same. They both exactly are the same, arhat and anagami. As far as sensuality goes, because they don't have sensuality. That's what is the key differentiator. Okay, so shall we end for today? And then are you there tomorrow, Eri? No. You're there. Because tomorrow I'm in the office, so then you have to record. Okay. Tomorrow then we'll take Arhat. Complete chapter on Arhat. Then we come to the Tathagata. There's still long thing left. Tathagata. Then we go Patavi. Yes, Lakshmi.
Sir, sorry for coming in late today, but I want to ask you, do you by any chance have yesterday afternoon's recording?
Yes, I will have to publish it. That what we spoke on the uh, default mode network and neurons and all that. Yes, I do have.
Can you post it once it's ready?
Yes, I will be doing that today. I will be posting this. I'll be posting the Hindi thing what we had yesterday night. Also, that what we did with Marin and Bobby and Janak and all.
Okay, because I left early yesterday.
Yes.
So,
After you left, we didn't. We couldn't survive for long because nobody asked any questions, so we dropped off.
anyway, thank you, sir. Thank you.
No worries. So, Aryu, yesterday we had a complete neuroscience, neurons and AI and everything under the sun. I don't know how much these people understood because they all had attended. It was going above their heads. I don't know. It went where all it went. I don't know. It was nice. There were some doctors here, so they were enjoying it. Then, yes, sir. You.
yeah, sorry, I was reminded another maybe slight question on anagami and versus arahat. So let's say anagami creates the concept of a student. He takes on a student, but then the student is not getting it. So because the anagami is slightly forgetful about removing this concept of student, his mind run a little bit restless over how to make the student understand longer than arahat because arahat will not get restless at all.
Right.
Okay.
See, anagami will get worked up. He doesn't have kamachanda and vyapa. That doesn't mean that he doesn't get worked up with on Buddha Dhamma. His new obsession is Buddha Dhamma. Or new possession is Buddha Dhamma. Let's put it that way.
And he has a desire or craving for others to get it.
Yes. Exactly. All in the name of compassion.
So in that sense, Anagami is maybe in a better suited to start teaching because at Arhat he may or may not be interested.
Yeah,
so
that
much.
is the reason even Buddha says that person who has completed a training is the best person to teach. So Anagami is the end portion of training, just like a very good apprentice. If somebody is in his hand, he will learn better.
But the Arhat may or may not be interested to teach.
Exactly. He might
Yes.
not. He will say that I don't require this burden.
Because in the Jataka stories, I think sometimes there will be a person asking to get a preceptor through the Sangha, and many will not be interested.
Exactly.
So you would ask if they had compassion, why would nobody wants to take him?
They don't want to waste their time in doing some stupid thing. Instead, they would like to end the journey and done with it. Whereas Anagami is obsessed with Buddha Dhamma, so he would love to do that. That's right.
Yeah, and I guess people like Sariputta or Buddha, because they're taking the role and mission as a teacher. So let's say the karmic energy of them is so that more inclined to teach rather than seclude.
Exactly.
But a person may be much more inclined to seclude rather than teach.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, any other question before we end for today on Uttujana to Anagami? So you know what I'm going to do in the flight. It should be like this. Switch off. You just switch off the bulb, right? Off. Gone.
Vacation.
Yeah, just vacate. That's it.
I think even in the Diamond Sutra, I think the Prajna Paramita Sutta, they also have a famous sentence in Chinese at least, because there's no dwelling of something and hence the mind comes through or something like that.
Correct. Yep, shunya. Get the shunya, emptiness. So
It's
yes, Harsha.
but sir, they will cabin crew. They will think what happened to this person. He's
No,
not.
no, no. He won't be dead. So don't worry. I mean, they're not going to put me in any hospital or anything.
Uh,
You can be walking and you still be doing that. You know that.
no, sir.
So you can be like
Okay.
a person wide awake but sleeping.
Like a zombie.
Like a zombie. Exactly. I wanted to use that word zombie. This is exact zombie. Meaning,
Walking Dead.
yeah, walking dead. I'll tell you how this works. Okay, you sit. I'll give you step by step instruction. Now, when you leave the room, cut the room. When you sit in the car, cut the car. When you reach the airport, cut the airport. When you sit in the flight, cut the flight. When you see the attendant, cut the attendant. When they give you food, cut the food. That's it. Animitta, you do it. No symbolization. I'm going to do that in metro now. Okay, good, Shreyas. Try this out. Okay, so just cut it. You know how to cut it. I'll also explain to you. Now, this room has 4 walls, 1 door, and 1 window. So ask this question: do you have a room? Replace that with 4 walls, 1 door, and 1 window. Keep on doing that. The room is gone. Then you remove the 4 walls. The concept of room is gone forever. Okay? What's a plane? Same thing. What's a house? Same thing. What's a car? Same thing. What's an attendant? Same thing. What's a seat? Same thing. What is San Francisco? Same thing. What is Bangalore? Same thing. That's it. The only thing you need to do is to watch the breath. While you do this animitta, signless, you get into desireless. There's no desire. See, if there is a plane, airplane, as in Boeing, whatever that aircraft is, let us say 777, and there's something called as premium economy or a business class. That means there's a concept of business class, there's a concept of economy, there's a concept of premium economy. Then you want luxury of business class. If not business class, premium economy. Worst case, anyway, economy. But what is there between the business class and the economy and the premium economy is the seat. Other than that, is there anything which is different? No. You still have to go to the washroom. No difference. You still have to eat. No difference. Still have to sleep. No difference. Take out the difference. See the commonality. The concept of business class is gone. Concept of economy is gone. Concept of premium economy is gone. Instead, you will only see suffering. Yes, Shruti.
So can that pilot will be as relieved as you are? Can he also watches the breath by that moment? He can also make that practice while driving the plane.
I don't know. I had to ask the pilot if he can come out and I can teach him, and yes, he can do it. And he will be more relieved, actually. You are right. If a pilot could learn that, he could be enjoying the bliss of meditation rather than worrying over when he can land in San Francisco. So then what happens? You cut all of this. Time stops. Still. So there's no movement. So the time and space are cut. There's no space. The space means not vacated. Right? You occupied the space. I have occupied the space. So my space is occupied by thoughts of when I'm going to land in San Francisco, what I'm going to do, and how, and this and now, all that, what I'm going to eat, and how it would be with vegetarian food, and this one, that one, cutlery, then TV, then that, whatever entertainment, and then the noise cancellation headphones, and then what gift they are going to give, or some freebies, and so much of space has been filled. To empty it. Chula Shunyata Sutta teaches that. Empty it. Just empty it. Empty it. Nothing. Empty. So the time is stopped. Because if you occupy, it takes time. There is no occupation. There is no time. So when you lock the door, latch it in the flight, it shows occupied. And when you unlatch it, it shows vacant. And something is occupied for that time. So why don't you then cut off occupation? Just sit there. Don't get involved. Jite jite mattam, sute sute mattam, mute mute mattam, vinyate mattam. Be that. Just be there. If I do that, I can be arhat. Continuously, if I do it, by the time I land in San Francisco, I'm an arhat. It's not difficult. It has to just come. If it comes, then my journey is ended. I can thank Aryu for making me an arhat. Okay, and give all my property to Aryu, take it, joy. Because anyway, I don't have property, so I can always say, okay, take this also, whatever you have, whatever I have. Okay, so that's what it would be. So it doesn't mean that I'm not going to eat. Hungry, eat. Not hungry. Are you going anywhere? No, absolutely not. Aren't you happy of meeting Aryu? Who is Aryu? I don't know who is Aryu. Unless I land. What is San Francisco airport? Just a building. And what is an immigration? There's nothing like that. Just take it the way it is. No preparations. And that's the reason it's called Sabba Sankhara Samatho. You're not preparing anything. Sabbu Padi Patinisaggo, no assets, no accumulation. As Rupa Vedana Sanya Sankhara Vinyana. Tanhakhayo, the craving is gone. Virago, no raga. Nirodha, non-arising. Nibbana, extinguishment. So consciousness extinguished. That's it. There's no conscious experience of leaving my home and reaching San Francisco. That's it. So can I do it? Yes. Will I do it? Yes. So will I get exhausted when I land in San Francisco? No. Do I have jet lag? No. Jet lag will come when there's time and space. You remove the time, the space, no jet lag. Yes, Haryu.
Which means even in Bangalore, there's not a body rhythmic thing for you to require to sleep at whichever time where the body gets tired. Even for you currently, like you can sleep at any time and call it night.
Yeah, I can do that. Yes. And Bobby gets fascinated by my continuous talking. He feels that why am I not exhausted or tired or whatever? You can renew it because you don't require. If I feel sleepy, I just sit. That's it. Refreshed. Then back. Energy is back. That's what I can do.
But the difference is normal people is on a battery life. Whenever he sleep, he charges down the day he uses battery. But you're always, charging.
Mine is always charging. Yeah, always on the charge. Always on the charge.
I think
Yesterday,
it is a ultra fast charging.
ultra fast charging. See, the thing is like yesterday morning we met, then afternoon we met. Oh, again morning we met. After meeting them, we met. Then afternoon we met. Then with Ashutosh I met. Then in the night I met. So around how many hours? Morning 2 hours, then another 1 hour, then another 2 hours, another 2 hours, another 2 hours. 2, 4, 6, 7 hours. Today I've spent talking. Yes.
Yesterday,
What Vilas was saying to me that this is not, he was not always like that, it is only after, this realization of Dhamma. Before that, he also used to get tired. So that is much inspiring for us.
Yeah. It's not from my birth or like this. No, I've gone through the same grind. And now I know how to do it. And I did at that time, I didn't know how to do it. Yes, Hari.
Yeah, I was saying yesterday I also talked almost 8 hours with different people, because in the morning some of my friends had a podcast, so they want to interview me, and I was talking to them before and after. So, but by the end of the night, when I talk to my student again, I feel like it's tired. At least it's tired. Like I was talking slowly. I was not feeling sleepy, but energy is not high. It's so draining.
Good. Nice. Oh, good night and good day and good afternoon, everyone. Bye.